Uh,
First listen.
okay. Sounds good.
It
What you
got a
think?
Rick Ross Jay-Z feel to it. Definitely got a Rick Ross feel to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something that sounds like something that man, what's the name of his production crew?
Meaty One, something one, Meaty Mafia.
Nah, nah. Um, damn it. I'm gonna kick myself later for it.
You ain't talking about the label, right?
Yeah, definitely sounds like something Ross. Huh?
You ain't talking about his label, right?
What's that? Nah, not Maybach Music. Nah, his production team that usually does his beats. Um, damn, whatever. I mean, but it sounds like something that Jay and Ross would definitely spit over. It definitely sounds like something Ross would do. I can see Ross and Nipsey doing that song as well. Shit,
Yeah.
Ross could have been easily on that song, but Jay murdered that. Jay, man, listen, come on, man. I don't care who you are, how you feel about dude. You can't deny dude is nice, man. Still at this age, the way he's rapping on this song and that song, come on, man. Hey, come on, man. I mean, I gotta hear it again. On first listen, like hearing the verse in full, I feel like he ain't take a bar off. Like he was just straight saying some shit. I guess he, being that Nipsey's gone, and what Nipsey stood for, Jay had to come correct on that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it sounds great. Well, first listen, I ain't gonna jump out the window, but it sounds dope. I'm not gonna like, yo, it's the greatest song of all time. I'm not gonna get the overreaction. It's a dope song. I'm gonna leave it at that. What do you think?
Cool vibe. I ain't necessarily. I wouldn't skip it at all. Like I said, got that Ross feel to it. It's inspiring. I think like we talked about before, I think my criticisms of Jay-Z before have been about um he got a little that comment he made, he took it back in a sense. Um where
Oh yeah, about Fred Hampton. Yeah.
no, I
Well, he
mean
had
when
to on this soundtrack.
oh
But
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about Fred Hampton statement.
no, it was a bad comment, but people got offended. I know some of his people, or just people in general, got offended when Jay said, "I arrived on the day Fred Hampton died." Uh, Real niggas, we multiply with on the Watch the Throne album. So then he, on this joint, he revisited that same line. I arrived on the day that Fred Hampton got murked. Hold up, and then he switched it up. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he kind of backhandedly apologized for that line from years ago. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But
I
now, what were you referring to?
I had no idea about that. Like I when he was flowing on that song to me, um the I arrived the same day Fred Hampton died. I think that was just it rhymed. Like it's you know how it is.
Yeah,
People
nah, absolutely. It was just wrong, but people get offended, man, by everything. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be sensitive about certain words, how you say it, and I don't know. People
that's
really got offended by that.
that's Twitter being Twitter. I'm thinking this
I mean, it wasn't even just Twitter. It was just people in general, man. Like, oh, Fred Hampton wasn't a nigga. He would be offended by this, and he probably would be. I mean, at that time, he probably would have been. But I mean, come on, man.
I think
I don't think it was that deep.
well what I was gonna say was it was a statement before when Obama he said my presence is a charity. And I always felt like from back then
Magna Carta,
yeah, like all that to me was like
nickels and
wow.
dimes. Yeah.
Well, he said it in an interview, like he was saying it in interviews, like that's a little more important.
We all in the race, yeah. I hit.
You can hear that?
How we gonna lose with shit like this, my nigga? Hit boy, blood.
You can hear that? You can hear the music?
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, good. This is Hit Boy. Hit Boy.
With Nas?
It just says Hit Boy on it. I'm looking for the. Oh, there go Nas right here. My bad.
EPMD is it EPMD? Yeah, I'm about to say.
Nightmares in broad day. Pray I get to sleep.
My bad.
That was it?
Nah, it's not over.
Welcome to.
It's breaking
Welcome
up.
to America, where you can dream as long as you can breathe.
That was the second joint. That's that's Black Thought. This next song got Black Thought. Yo, but hold on a second, man. This is all right. So I was gonna say
let's talk. Let's talk.
When Jay made this statement about my presence as a charity, I was always like not offended because that's crazy. I just thought like, oh, you really feeling yourself, because he referred to Obama and himself that way, and it was like, nah, you. And then he felt the public, the kids really. It was like, yo, this guy's he's just another rich dude. You know, back then there was no Black Lives Matter. There was no real Black Twitter going crazy like that. And maybe that was a response from like Black Twitter. Well, I don't even know. If we want to call it Black Twitter, I think that's crazy. But I think ever since then, and he made the comment about Harry Belafonte. Ever since then, yes, Jay-Z has given back.
That was the same song. It's the same song you're talking about.
But I didn't, like I said, it wasn't the song. It wasn't the song that, because really, Harry Belafonte made a comment about him, if I'm not mistaken, first. Whatever it was, he kind of felt, Belafonte felt like he was out of pocket.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Like Beyonce should do more or something like that, because she's, you should have her doing. It was, if it was him that said that. Either way, it was like you were supposed to show more respect to the elder. That's just like any one of us, kind of like, showing disrespect to any one of the elders. Either way, my point was, from back then, Jay-Z has made a total 180, and he's a master of getting with the time. He's a master chameleon in trends. He sets some trends, but he also follows. And he also, it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially this trend. This trend was necessary.
Yeah,
this trend is necessary for we could say minorities, we could say specifically Black Americans in this country. So this is the way he wears his hair now. All that is there's a proudness about him, and he's always looked like he was comfortable in public, comfortable in his own skin. But this is even like, Beyonce is the first person to really protest in the NFL.
Enlightened.
He's always been enlightened.
I know you always say that,
bro. Listen, I remember watching an interview with Jay-Z like 20 years ago when he first was blowing up. My mom if my mom is impressed with a rapper, you kind of pass the test. So I remember we watching an interview with Jay-Z, and she was like, "Yo, he's like really smart. He's a rapper." I'm like, "Yeah, he's like probably the best rapper right now, one of." And she was like, "Okay," because that was the stigma. So I think this verse is fitting. Like, it ain't just that he didn't have to match Nipsey. I think I'm just speaking to what you said. Maybe you misspoke, but I don't think he had to match Nipsey. I just think that's where he's at right now. He was the whole spook by the door.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wasn't saying you had to match him, not lyrically or anything like that. Just that, I mean, like, out of respect for his death, like even the two freestyles he kicked at the B-sides part 2 for Nipsey was dope. I mean, Jay's gonna come correct just to pay homage to someone that passed away, especially a rapper like a Nipsey or a Big, and what Nipsey stood for. I'm not saying that he had to match what he was saying lyrically. It just, he had to say something of significance. Like, it couldn't be no throwaway verse on a track featuring Nipsey, you know what I mean? Or Nipsey featuring Jay. You know what I'm saying? You knew this verse had to be ill. It couldn't be no, you know what I mean? It couldn't be no bullshit. So, I mean, that's what I meant. But, yeah.
And even the theme being a Fred Hampton, this is Fred Hampton, right? The movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, he's been in pocket with this, and the spook by the door theory or the approach is what caused the controversy with him getting in through that door with the NFL and him like kind of getting rid of Rockefeller or doing it the way that he did. You know, we could speak to how whatever your opinion is at this point, it doesn't matter because he's in this position now where, you know, how did we imagine him being this powerful ever?
At what point? Like any point in my life that I would think Jay would be at this point, this stature. I mean, no. Who's seen that? Who predicted that? I mean, when it got to a certain point, after a certain amount of years, then you started seeing what direction he was going to go. But if I'm going back to me being a kid on the stoop in Brooklyn in 1998 when Hard Knock Life Volume 2 dropped, hell no. I mean, we knew he blew up with that album, selling the 5 mil and it having a tour and all that. But no one's seen a rapper getting to the point of being in the White House, being, being a part owner of an NBA team, being a billionaire. Like, this is unheard of, man. You know what I'm saying? Rap is still young. And to see someone like Jay coming up in the ranks, coming up from Reasonable Doubt to now, it's incredible, man. Like, it's a storybook. This is some fairy tale shit. This is like the rags to riches story. This is bigger than an American dream, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he exceeded that. Like, you know what I'm saying? A kid from the projects is a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Is a household name. Is someone that carries power, like someone that can get in a lot of rooms that a black man usually wouldn't be able to walk into. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's crazy. And then, you know, of course, the Obama factor. Just even Obama's the same way. Like, just seeing people that look like us in these positions in the last several years, we'd have never thought we'd see a black president. We never thought we'd see a rapper from the projects become a billionaire and obtain this amount of success. Like, I would be lying if I told you I seen it happen. I don't know. Who did? I don't think Jay seen it happen. I mean, maybe he did. I mean, you know. But.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen it happen in this way. I think expectations work that way. I don't like to work with expectations too much, bad or good. I try to relieve or alleviate myself of them because they just, not that it causes pressure, but it's like sometimes you think about it, you know, the game plan got to change. It's like going into a game, you know what you want to do is win, and you have certain schemes and
Right.
strategies that you know you can take advantage of the defense with off whatever it is. But things change mid game. You know, injuries happen, people get hurt. You know, life takes you on different courses. Some people might want to speak to, they feel like, you know, what the same criticisms that Obama got, you know, Jay-Z could take them on, you know, and he's probably taking it on the chin. And I think that's the difference between him and someone like Obama, where Obama just chilled. Like he's laying back. You know, Michelle really doesn't want, it doesn't sound like she wants any parts of that. She's like, yo, we already survived 8 years. You know, I think Beyonce is the opposite. Beyonce is like, you know, she understands image. She understands, and not in the sense like with Sprite, not in the sense where it's Hollywood. You know, it's almost like the real version of what Kim Kardashian did in terms of she's this popular and pretty very disliked, and America loves to hate her in a sense, and then they, you know, she at the height of her popularity, but she's the most popular she's ever been. Every day she wakes up, it seems like, and she went with the most polarizing president ever, it seems like, or in modern history, and went and utilized or leveraged her popularity. and free, and maybe it was a publicity stunt. Call it what you want, but I've never seen another celebrity that popular do it. So I think with the Beyonce and Jay-Z's, they do that constantly in a sense, and they, like sometimes people gotta chill and ask themselves like what they would do. Because for me, what would you do in those shoes? It's just so hard to tell. You're not in those shoes. You don't know what it takes. You don't know what goes on every day of anyone's life. And I always,
Absolutely
I
right.
want, I don't want to say judge people, but I definitely I can be naive sometimes when I have, to look for the redemption value in somebody day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take much for me to look for the redemption value in you. Be like, there's nothing really to redeem yourself from. So, if there was ever an error, like I have the confidence in like, yeah, whatever. Like that's not his character. But I guess the gripes that people would have hold with Jay-Z, something as big as the NFL thing, where he's basically saying you might not understand this, but I had to do this. And it's like all you can do is trust him because he's redeemed himself heavily in the past from anything, from everything pretty much that I know of. So I think
Yeah,
that's the character of a good or bad guy in a sense. And we're humans. So you're always gonna be
we're human, man.
yin and yang.
Yeah,
And
I agree. I agree.
but the verse was cool. But let's talk about this Nas song real quick.
Yo, you went on a rant. Look at no,
The
you
rant
said
was
some real shit.
it
But
was a long rant.
it was it wasn't long. I didn't see it come. I was shocked, but nah, it
Oh,
was needed. Nah, you broke it down, man.
oh wow! I thought
Um,
okay. I
the
thought
Nas.
I might have stepped on the whole Avengers toes.
Nah, you did nah, yo, that was dope. That was on the fly, bro. That was dope, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Thank you.
judging
I'm
that.
sorry.
Hell yeah, I loved it. I loved every
Thank you,
minute of
man.
that.
So Nas,
I was shocked. I wasn't ready for it. But,
okay.
the Nas joint, yeah, he smoked that, man. Listen, what did we talk about on our last recording about Jay and Nas? I mean, not them dropping on the same day, just how great these dudes still are compared to in the field compared to the other dudes rapping still.
Yes.
What's up?
No, I was saying we eye to eye right now.
They
Keep
bro,
going. Keep going.
we on sync. All right. It's like I hearing these two verses tonight, or Nas had two verses and Jay's one. I haven't heard anything from anyone else. I mean, yeah, you got a lot of MCs that are still ill, but I'm talking about MCs of Nas, Jay stature, like just of who they are at this point in their career to still be rapping at this high of a level. It's unheard of, man. You've seen so many guys come and go, or get to a certain stature in hip hop and just fall off. I'm not saying lyrically they probably take a step back, a few, but for them to be executing these bars and these rhymes and putting it on wax still at this point in their career is incredible to me. I'm sorry, like I don't see how anyone can say that these two guys aren't the greatest. I don't
Right.
care if you feel Nas is the greatest, you know what I'm saying, or Jay's like, yo, how can you? It's hard to debate that, man. I mean, you got guys out there that's really lyrically nice. You got Black Thought, you got Lupe, you got Royce, you got a lot of guys that's still rapping at a high level. They've been doing it for years, but Jay and Nas, man, they are the bar. They are the standard that people measure themselves up to. All these other rappers, like, oh, he ain't better than Jay, or he ain't better than Nas. Like, their names are always there. They're not going anywhere. Nas been doing this since '94, or before that, Live at the Barbecue was '92. Jay was rapping, not the greatest. So he was doing, the rhyming fast with jazz in the '80s. Till now, we're in 2021. These dudes are still rhyming at a crazy rate. Oh man, I really can't wait to hear these songs over again and really get a chance to really absorb them the way I want, to digest it the way I want. Not like how we eat these songs and music up like fast food. But I just want to sit with these songs because I love these two guys. These are my two favorite rappers. So for me, I gotta sit with these songs for a little bit, just to let it marinate. Oh man.
No, I had to take while you're talking. I'm like, these things are coming to mind while you're saying this. Honorable mention. Speaking back to the last recording, I wrote those down just to make an example of no disrespect to you, to the Eminem stands. But he tried this.
And we in sync right now, bro. Go ahead.
He tried this. He tried this. Like, we heard when he went out for Trump or whatever it was kind of a freestyle. It wasn't this good. It wasn't this good what we just heard tonight from Jay-Z and Nas. And we got to run the Jay-Z back if you want, because that it wasn't fair because I had it on the phone. But so the honorable mention for me in terms of rapping right now, still good, and this is kind of like left field, is Lil Wayne. We mentioned him yesterday. And the last song I heard him on, I'm like, oh, the remix of the Jack Harlow joint. I know it's not on par with the social conscious lyrics, but his flow, which is very important, your delivery, your voice, your flow, your performance is very important. And Lil Wayne doesn't seem like if he lost a step before, he was getting back on track on that Jack. That, first of all, this whole era sounds like Lil Wayne. His DNA is in this whole era.
Yes. Yep.
So but I'm gonna leave it at that. But speaking of him, we mentioned him yesterday because he should be coming up for a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nomination. But as soon as you said boom, Nas been rhyming since '94, I'm like, he's been due. He's been due.
Nas has been due. Yeah.
2 years now.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll. The Judge Judy. The Judge Judy.
Oh man.
Meme.
Yeah. It's the time. Yo, you listen. Wow. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm mad that we didn't mention Nas's name.
Yes.
I'm mad we didn't mention Nas's name.
Right, but we did today.
Damn. We did.
Yeah. As soon as you said 94, I'm like, hold on. 94? That's 25 years.
Well, I mean, the first time we really heard him was 92.
91.
At the barbecue.
91, 92.
Akinelli.
And now here's a little. Let me sip some water. Sip some water first.
Get that libation, brother.
First of all, we didn't shout out Santo Domingo, Panama, Miami to Nueva York. We didn't do that.
Yo, it's crazy. I had something scripted, but I'll save that for the Zoom. Save it for another recording.
Okay.
This one is tonight's recording. This is like a freestyle. We going off the cuff, going off the fly.
Your video is off. Any reason for that? You over there on doing unmentionable?
I am doing some things, my friend.
Unmentionable.
I am working on some things.
Okay.
And
that's your phone?
Yeah, it's my phone.
You want to turn it sideways?
Turn it sideways?
Yeah, it's better.
Hold on.
It's always better side. Yeah. I mean, a little bit better.
Pause.
Harlem.
Santo Domingo.
So I guess to make it, throw a little twist on it, the best rappers we've heard for 25 plus years rapping, they can still rap, still seem like they haven't lost a step. They look like LeBron out there, 18 years, past 20 years.
Yep.
Here's my take. Yep. So if we got to choose one right now, who sounds better? I'm going with Queens, man. I'm going with Queens, man.
Of course you're going with QU. You're going with QU.
But it's not biased. It's not biased. It's not because
Nah, I can't be mad
Nas
at that.
Nas sounds a lot
Can't be mad at
closer.
that.
He sounds a lot closer to his prime flow wise than Jay-Z. He sounds a lot more his delivery.
You think so?
Yeah, hell yeah. Jay-Z switched his flow up. He sounds different. His flow ain't the same. And not to say that it's bad, but Nas.
But Jay got different flows. That's Jay. No, go ahead.
Don't steal my thunder. I was gonna take your argument away from you. I was gonna take your argument away right away from you. They paint they paint pictures differently, right? So Nas, he takes his time with stuff. Jay-Z does it more instantaneous, and he varies. He got a whole bunch of moves and everything, and he delivers and he's dominant. But Nas, I don't know if it's what we wouldn't do fall for the same jab step we want to call it or the same power punch, but it works. It works, and the era fits Nas more. I will say that. And what I want to end with is,
so?
Of course, this Nas has been socially conscious lyrics from the beginning. Jay-Z has been intuitively conscious. He's been insightful about street life and everything. But Nas has always been, this has been his bag.
Right.
So that leads me to my final point, which is yesterday we were talking about there was no chemistry. Not no chemistry, but low chemistry between Nas, Jay-Z, Jay-Z and Kanye, very little. I mean, we forgot to mention, I don't think we were supposed to mention like Nas and AZ. The song they got together on Nas on King's Disease, right? I don't expect that, but what better time to expect a Nas? What better time to expect a Nas and Jay-Z EP right now? 6-7 songs called Black Excellence or something like that. Or Black Lives Matter.
I dream about that. That's a hip hop head's wet dream. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something like you just like you imagine it like damn man, what if they get on the track and they do an EP or do an album together? Some people, I know a lot of Nas fans don't want it, and I know there's a lot of J fans that don't want it. But listen, if they could do what the hell they want, if they even decide to do something like that, how can you not want to hear it? How could you not want to hear it? Why? Because your fan bias is getting in the way of you accepting them actually working together and not being at enemies at each other's throats. Like everyone assumes that they still have a petty beef from 2001, something over 20 years ago, when clearly these dudes have worked together numerous times, numerous shows, on tour, come out on stage, perform together, recorded together. You know what I'm saying? Party together. Like, it's a fun conversation. It's Jordan versus LeBron or whoever the GOAT conversation in basketball is. It's that same combo in rap. The Nas and Jay, Ether versus Takeover, good versus bad, or whatever you want to spin it. That narrative is never going to go away, and that plays into, I think, a lot of the stands, a lot of the fans. When it comes to seeing these two work together, and I would love to see it as a fan. How can you not really? How can you hate on that? I mean, I know people really don't want to hear them rap together. They seem like they don't mesh. They didn't really have good chemistry on the songs they did. But man, at this point, man, can you really be mad at that? I don't know. That's just me.
I would love. I'm gonna throw the question. I'm gonna repeat the question when I'm done with this. With the statement of, I just want to hear six songs out of them. It'll be hard because they have different approaches in the studio. But Hit Boy, they both got a relationship with Hit Boy, and they both got chemistry with Hit Boy. I'm gonna pause that if you want to for all you sensitive guys. But anybody that's talking about that, I don't care. Like I said, this era is Jay-Z is no longer trying to rap for the sake of selling songs. He was doing that the first couple of times he rapped with Nas. You know, he was still braggadocious. Like I said, he did a
Yeah.
180. He's in a new phase. He's raps
Nah,
way.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't get that from black. I didn't get that from black Republicans. I mean, would you say on the songs itself,
He's
like, or
braggadocious.
just what he was rapping about in those eras at that time, overall?
Yeah. Overall, and even and he was insightful. He was being autobiographical in Black Republicans, but it was still like it was still witty. His flow was closer to what it was before, or one of the flows that he had before. It was ostentatious. You know, it was skill. It was slick. But I don't think it was this. It was nowhere near this kind of content. And now
No,
his
I mean,
the last 5 years we heard Jay-Z verse. Anytime he rapped, he has never spent this long being socially conscious in his records. Right? So all I'm saying is that that's what
no,
Nas is.
I mean, nah, you got a point there.
Nas has spent an entire career doing that. So imagine that's why he fits so well on a Fred Hampton soundtrack. He sounds perfect, actually, to like close to perfection. And him and Jay on a song with that theme is perfect for now. It wouldn't have been perfect 10 years ago. It might not have been perfect 5 years ago, but it's perfect right now to hear Nas and Jay-Z. A song, definitely. Definitely a song. But I want to hear EP. 6 songs, Hit Boy, lock them in.
I want to say maybe 5 years ago you would have heard Jay rapper like that. He started. I mean, yo, listen. He's of course he didn't rap. He's not rapping. He wasn't rapping consciously like Nas was throughout his whole career. Nah, I ain't going. I'm not gonna sit here and defend that. But he started. He always incorporated something along those lines in some of his bars for the sake of commercialism and him selling records, like you said. He made songs at clubs and songs that he made and, love and talked about money and, you know, but he's human. But Nas made those type of songs as well. You know what I'm saying? He made those same type of songs. But 5 years ago, even before 5 years ago, Jay started leaning more towards what we see now, like with Watch the Throne and songs like Murder to Excellence and even a freestyle with Jay Electronica, that We Made It. Like when you live life and you get to a certain point and you start reading more and you experience life, you become enlightened. You read more. You're married, you have kids. Your mindset changes. That goes for him. It goes for any other rapper. It goes for anybody. You're human. You're gonna go through changes. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's a contradiction. You was rapping about this 20 years ago or 10 years ago," but yeah, I'm not allowed to grow. Like that's my thing with that conversation. Like people expect people not to grow. Like I'm supposed to stay here. Like if I was Bobby then, I got to be Bobby now. Like he said that. Like people grow. People
Yeah,
go through phases, man. People
but
go to get knowledge themselves and they change. There shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. I know people might see like, oh, it's contradictive, or I don't believe him because he didn't do it enough. But like, come on, man, take it as what it is. Like,
but I don't just skim through the music. So it ain't like, yes, he showed flashes of that. I'm not saying he didn't, but it's still the image, everything. He's embodied it all in the last 5 years. It's a transformation. Like we can't say that this is what he truth told.
yeah,
I'd probably be lyrically Talib Kweli, right? So this is his Talib Kweli now. Like again, this is what everybody wanted in the first place, right? And it took him this long because he said, "Yo, I'm trying to get good. I have a different goal than what you guys think I do." And now he's here. But all I'm saying is, this is a perfect time for them to come out with an EP. But going back to the question, who do you think sounds sharper right now? If you had to hit, if you were as a Jay-Z fan, or you got 1A, 1B Nas, they were both dropping a song. Well, they both drop a song right now. We went to Jay-Z first. But if they were both dropping an album tomorrow, based on what you heard today,
yeah.
who would you think was
Yeah.
gonna have a better performance?
Man. Yeah, you got me stumped there. I mean,
who's producing? That's the next question.
You know what? No. I don't know. That's nah. Man, you know me. My bias is gonna lean towards Jay. Like, if they both put out albums tomorrow, I'm probably playing Jay's album first. I'm definitely playing Jay's album first.
Okay, we expect that. But who do you expect to have a better performance?
Just because I like overall through the whole album.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got a Nas album. Nas killed the King's Disease. I was impressed. That's probably the best he's rapped in a long time, probably since Life is Good. I love 444, but like Jay, you know what? Jay had his moments on 444, like Smile and Marcy Me, where he showed you like, yo, I can still do it. I think Jay doesn't, like you said, I think you had touched on it a little bit. Jay's not rapping to impress or album sales no more. He's rapping and performing and spitting whatever he wants, basically. I think those songs like Marcy Me and Smile were just showing you like, yo, all right. Like, I can make songs, you know, here and there, play with flows, but I'm still that guy. Like, I can still spit with the best of them. Nas has always been a straight lyricist. Like, it's never been like, he took a step back too, but it's never been like, he took off like he fell off and like lyrically he's just not the same guy. Nas always been nice. No drop off there. There was times when we thought Jay, like people really thought Jay fell off, like really fell off. But then, you know, there's moments where he showed you like I still got it. I'll be more impressed if Jay just raps like how he rapped tonight on the NIPSEY joint for the whole album. That'd be crazy. So I guess Nas, you probably expect Nas to have the better performance at this point, because he's just been rapping like that. I don't see too much of a fall off from Nas. You know, so there's that.
You just took my thought. I would be surprised if Jay-Z came out tomorrow with an album or the next album and had verses like that throughout the album. Because if he does, then we're talking something different. But what Nas just did on this song, to me, I like the Nas song better than the Nipsey and Jay-Z song on first listen.
Okay.
It's harder. He still got the content, but it's just his delivery. I just the music, I like it more. But you hit it on the nose. You'd be surprised impressed if Jay-Z does that for an entire album.
Yeah, because listen, if he's giving bars and verses like that, I'm going. Listen, I'm playing that Jay album first. I'm playing that Jay album first, and I probably won't make it to that Nas album until maybe a few hours later, maybe a day later. Because if Jay's listen, the thing with Jay is he has a mystique about him, which I know he does purposely. So when he drops something, everyone's flocking to it. Even if you don't like him, you want to hear like, all right, what the fuck he's saying. Like, let me hear this Jay verse so I can critique it and say this shit's whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has that type of pull. Like, I believe Jay's more polarizing than Nas is at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either you love him or you hate him, or you're going to critique him, everything he does, and just all the stuff outside of the rapping that he's doing. So, yeah. I mean, but Nas, The King's Disease is dope, man. It was a great album. It's not a classic. I see people calling it a classic. Nah. It wasn't a classic. It was a great album. It was a good album.
It was a really good album. Want to let the Jay-Z shit rock again one more time? Yeah. This time with Through the Ears?
Play both. You got to play both.
All right, I'm going to throw Jay-Z back on. And Nipsey, of course. God bless the dead.
Man.
Oh, how'd you do that?
Rest in peace, man. Nipsey, man. What am I doing here?
My bad.
Son. Wow. I just caught a bar that would fly over most people's heads, man. The bar about the chefs, the Michelin star, sip coke. Chefs are known for sniffing coke.
Okay.
That is their drug. Most that is a rampant thing. Like, but just that's something that if you don't know about, it's gonna be like, all right, you just said some shit about coke and Michelin chefs, bro. And then you could tie that into probably Raekwon the chef. Well, nah, go ahead. I'm just speculating. Go ahead, you can play it.
And coke. And
Listen. No. No. Listen. If Jay raps like that,
yeah. You let them storm the Capitol?
Come on, son.
Yeah.
Like he's too. Yeah, yo, put your feet up on their desk. What? Yo, son. Jay's just too clever, bro. Like the bar. I love that shit because, oh man, to be clever, you gotta be smart, man. Like that. Yeah, I gotta retract what I said, man. I'm going with Brooklyn, bro. Jay sound crazy, son. But go ahead.
It does. Lyrically,
Jay sound crazy, son.
Lyrically, it sounds ill. Lyrically, it sounds ill.
EPMD, we back in business.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to retract my statement and go back against the Queen's Guards.
Yo, son, Jay on another level, son. Nas killed it, but hearing this shit again.
You know what? Because last
Jay, it goes back to what I said last. What?
No, go ahead, finish.
Yo, what did I say? Listen, we discussed this yesterday on the last episode that we recorded. What Jay said can compound in a few bars is incredible, bro. Like what he can do within a small pocket of a rhyme, a lot of dudes can't do that, man. Like, and then if you don't have a certain awareness or knowledge of certain things, you're gonna miss a lot of shit. Like that Michelin star, the chef's kids. You don't know that chefs cocaine is a heavy thing with Michelin chefs, and if you're a chef, period, that is like the drug. That is their drug. Like just little shit like that, man. Like,
allegedly.
To compound that and
allegedly.
Allegedly. It's chef's kiss.
And he said,
man, let the rest of that Nas rock, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because I put it in the headphones now. I'm gonna have to bring it back to the Nipsey Jay-Z shit real quick.
Listen, as a fan of both, as a fan of hip hop, how can you not be satisfied or happy? Not just satisfied, but like, yo, just these, like for Jay-Z and Nas to be rapping at this level still and making people stay up at midnight, past midnight, to do podcasts, to do recordings, give reactions to these songs that launched at midnight. Bro, there's a lot of people that be like, yo, I'm going to bed, bro. Nah. You're going to stay up. You're going to be like, yo, I might be sleepy tomorrow, Friday. I'm going to work. But I heard that Jay and Nas. That's gonna be the talk when you get to your job. Like, yo, son, you heard that new Jay with the Nipsey? You heard that new Nas with Hit Boy? Like that, yo, like that. It's moments like this that I love hip hop. And it just goes to show you like how much we have embedded, like it's in our DNA. Like this is a part of me. And for these two I grew up with them. And for them to still be supplying good music, for me to stay up late at night to talk and discuss it is incredible, man. Not a lot of people can do that with their art. These dudes doing that with their art, making us talk and have these conversations right now. It's incredible, man.
Can I go back to the Jay-Z song now?
Yes.
It's you. I'm
Oh
definitely
man,
playing them songs tomorrow
yeah.
in the car. Yeah, you're satisfied as a Jay-Z fan. We
Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like this.
Nas and Jay got, and he waited. Either he knew, or no, he had to have done it within the last month because the 6 was the riots, right?
Yeah, he did that. That's recent. That's fresh. Both Nas and Jay. They just recorded as fresh. I mean, man, man.
So,
I'm running out of shit to say. I just
well,
know this shit is dope, man. I'm looking at Twitter right now. I'm looking at Twitter,
what they saying?
and it's a lot of love, man.
Okay,
Both of them getting a lot of love.
really? I thought you would be out
Yeah,
here going
yeah.
crazy defending your man.
You know what? I'm gonna just take the chill approach this time. Let the music marinate, let it rock. Then I make my comments and start tweeting quotes, start putting up bars. But I follow a lot of people that's gonna really be doing that. So but still, like, man, like this is a blessing, man. You know what I mean? It's real when you stay up late to hear your favorite MCs, man. After all these years.
I think it was important to note that he left that statement out there. It was obviously going at Trump. That was his thank you for getting his
Oh
girl off,
yeah.
right? For getting his girl.
I
That was his thank you. Like, hey,
guess.
thanks, but here you go. Here's a foot in your ass on the way out. He's
Wait, what did he? What did he? Yeah. What did
talking
he
about,
say again in the rhyme? You remember?
you let them storm the Capitol and put the feet up on the desk.
Dang, son. See, yeah. That. I'm selling weed in the open, bringing folks home from the feds. I know that payback's gonna be mean. I'm saving all my little bread. Pray for me, y'all. One day I'm gonna have to pay for these thoughts. Real nigga is extinct. Real niggas is extinct. It's safe. It ain't safe for me, dog. Yo, what? You burnt your bridge to the other side. You know you can't swim across. You know niggas can't swim. They fried Mike after he died. You know niggas can't win. You never land. All jokes aside. Man, I ain't even catch that before.
I didn't understand that, but you never land.
Wow. Neverland Ranch, Mike. They fried Mike after he died. I know niggas can't swim. You know the black stereotype that blacks can't swim. You never land. All jokes aside.
So you never land. You never land. Meaning you never land a punch. You never land like you can't swim. You can't fly.
Not like basically like, yo, you can't win. Like you can never land on your feet. Like you always.
Okay. Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
You know, you're always at odds. You know. Yeah. Or you swimming in water. Water's not land.
Right.
Like you never.
Right. I thought
what it feels like.
Well, you got your reaction. Philly lost. Who else? Somebody else lost today. I was surprised about it.
Really?
Oh, did Golden State win?
Really?
Anyway,
no,
they were losing in Orlando early. I think they started winning.
Yeah.
Really? So set it off. It's Raymundo. BMad. We out here.
Sir.
That was dope. That was ill.
Yeah, that was ill, bro.
We're gonna chop this up. No Nets reaction tomorrow, but we might still throw something out there. Definitely Saturday.
Yeah, why not?
Reaction, pre-game stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yo, thanks for all the love too. Everybody sharing, everybody liking, commenting.
Yes.
We loving it. Kill is apartment 5B. Check that out. He's doing his
Yo,
thing.
Kill, thank you, bro. That's real shit, man. No, listen, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? It's not too many people gonna look out for you, or you know what I mean? He's been doing it for a long time, man, and like he's showing love. It's each one teach one. I mean, that's always been my train of thought, the way I was brought up. You know, just man, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Really, we really appreciate it, man. For real.
Yo, Kill ran so we could walk. Is that how it goes?
There you go.
We're gonna land because of Kill. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, yeah.
We're gonna land because of Kill. We know how to swim over here. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I barely know how to swim.
We try to lightly. We getting it though.
We doing it.
We getting it. Yo, man, listen. Go ahead now. I know you want to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, we want to die. Come on, man. I can't interrupt you. You got. This is your moment. This is.
I know it's late. I know it's late, man. Now I was just gonna say, yo, bro, thank you, man. Like this, doing these podcasts, doing these recordings these last few weeks. Oh, how long? When did we start? Yeah, it's about like 2 weeks now. Maybe 2 weeks, 2 or 3. It feels like longer than that. I don't know. Cause we have material that we ain't even put out. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to fill everything out first. Yo, man, it's been therapeutic. You know, like, you know, people who say they're going through like, you know, mental health, like everyone's going through it. Like this has been therapy for me. Like it's helped me a lot. It's been highly beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I thank you. You know what I mean, for allowing us to even do this, like doing this every night, or you just like, yo, let's go do this. Like let's record, let's put something out there. Let's get the content out. Like, yo, thank you, bro. And yeah, thank you to everybody that's supported, people that's retweeted and liked the page, started following us. You know, just the words of encouragement, even the critique. If it's a critique that things we need to work on or things you want to see, yo, let us know, man. That's all. You know, we need all that, man.
Yo, of course, man. Me and B, get well, Mel. We didn't even start. We should have started off with that. Get well, Mel.
I had something. I had something for that, but we'll wait.
Okay.
Not too crazy, but yeah, it was something.
Yeah. But no doubt, man. I think, you know, we talked about it like yesterday, the last time we recorded. You know, it is serious.
Yeah.
We don't have the benefit of we don't have the access to take care of whoever in our families, friends that are going through it, and we can give them, you know, what they need. I don't know if throughout history we've ever been in this position. We have so much to give and so many opportunities for people that they don't even have access to. As a matter of fact, that's what makes it seem, you know, it's like like that Tupac interview when he was saying that he sees like a whole bunch of people having a food fight and eating, and they lock the door and they tell him, "Nah, you can't come in. There's no food in here." And he's just like, "What?"
Yeah. That tone changes. We are hungry. Please let us in. We are hungry. He said, after a while, they're gonna start picking the locks, coming through the door, blasting. So I love that, man. I will never forget that when Pac said that.
Shit, my mom's cried when Pac died, which is crazy.
Yeah, my mom too. My mother too.
My mother never, but your mom likes rap music. My mother despises it. But yeah, man, no doubt. I appreciate you too. You know, we said we were gonna do this. Yeah, we set out, and we you know we hit the red button. So, I definitely appreciate it. Yeah. You know, but it's all love out there. It's getting late. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Sometimes I'm a fool. Sometimes, you know, B's too cool. I wish I was that cool.
Oh man, cut it out.
We're signing off. See y'all later.
Yes, sir. Peace.